Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Halloween Cup, showcasing another very powerful team featuring Wormadam. So many people have hopped on to the Toxicroak bandwagon a lot sooner than I anticipated, so we are rolling Wormadam on the lead, along with Toxicroak. Speaking of, easily could be the best safe swap in the entire meta because it has amazing coverage, and with a slight energy lead, it can absolutely dominate a lot of its hard counters in the meta. And rounding out the team, we've got Carbink. I really did not want to have to run this thing in this meta. We started out with Nidoqueen, and we'll actually see a couple of battles with Nidoqueen, but as the battles went on, I just had to make the switch to Carbink, and we will see why. Wormadam is a really strong lead right now. It was picking up a lot of leads, and here we go right here. And you can XL it, by the way, but I somehow don't have enough XLs. But we had a juicy Golbat lead. They safe swap a Nidoqueen, and this is why we got Toxicroak in the back here. We just have to shield up and Earth Power. Obviously, that would one-shot an entire generation of Toxicroaks. But the question always is, are they going to bait or are they going to go right for it? We're going to shield. We're not risking it, and they did go right for it. So now this is going to be really good here for us. We just are going to go for the Mud Bomb on CMP. This should KO them for sure, but I'm a bit concerned that this Golbat is going to get an insane farm off of us. We left that a little too healthy and couldn't quite get off the single resisted Mud Bomb. And if you're wondering, if you're in this situation with Golbat and Toxicroak, both moves are single resisted, but Sludge Bomb, if you can get to it, is obviously the way to go as it does more raw damage. But here we are, Wormadam on this Golbat here. They hit us with a Shadow Ball, and as you can see, even as a non-XL, it tanks damage pretty well, quite bulky. But if you can swing it with an XL, go for that for sure. You will notice the difference in bulk. And they are shielding this low health Crobat. Hello. And we get that weird visual glitch where you see the damage register as your next Pokemon comes in. I don't know what's up with that, but Nidoqueen up a shield should do just fine, and yes, it will. Holy smokes, they had their own Toxicroak in the back, and that thing, we were going to launch that thing to the moon, and they did not want to stick around to see that play out. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, Wormadam has always historically been very good in this meta. I just wasn't sure with this little thing here, Carbink, but we safe swap Toxicroak, and they meet us with the Toxapex, thinking that they win this matchup, and they would on even energy. But with 2 counters energy lead, you beat Toxapex in the 2s. Generally, you do not win the 2s on even energy, but we knew that, which is why Toxicroak can be quite lethal on the safe swap. So we just play out the 2s and we just take this thing out and control the alignment here. We obviously want our Nidoqueen on that Carbink. And again, got a couple of battles here with Nidoqueen in the back. This will be the last one with Nidoqueen, and then we will see Carbink for the remainder. And now they are beginning the shield. We will return the shield here, and we will easily get to back-to-back Mud Bomb if they want to put up a fight and shield this thing. But they probably shouldn't if they know what they're doing, because they should know that we are at the back-to-back here if they're counting. So we're going to go for this Mud Bomb here. They're not at a move. They let it go. They realize we're at the back-to-back. So now we've got alignment. We can get our Nidoqueen onto this Carbink here. And we are still absolutely loaded. Look at Toxicroak put in the work. I was very high on Toxicroak coming into this meta. And we will make it to yet another Mud Bomb to add a little bit of insult to injury here on this Carbink. And holy smokes, look at Toxicroak. My goodness, what a wrecking ball. Shields are down on both ends, but we're going to bring in Nidoqueen onto this. And they've got a Dragalge in the back. Oh, so many people are running poison types in this meta. This is why running a nice, adequately bulky confusion user in this meta can be quite nice, as the poison types are everywhere. They go for the resisted Outrage. It does not get the job done, and they top left as we had the alignment, courtesy of Toxicroak on the safe swap. Good game, well played to them. The dynamics of this team work out beautifully as we've got 2 very adequate dark type counters in the back. We have our scuffed Carbink now for the remainder here, and we have a juicy Toxapex lead. This is about as good as it gets. And they are staying in, which means that they may be core broken by our little pal here, Wormadam. So yeah, I made the switch to Carbink in the back. The RPS phenomenon was running rampant this morning, and we're just going to go for the Bug Buzz. Both moves are resisted, but you do get that chance to lower the defense by 1 stage with Bug Buzz. So that's what we go for, and it's the harder hitting move with Stab. And they're just staying in here to lose lead, I presume. I don't know what they have in the back. Oh, it's a Frostlass. Frostlass in the back prompted Carbink to an extent as well as other things. And that is, speaking of Carbink, that's exactly what we're going to align onto it. And it looks like they were very weak to Carbink in the back, as they do promptly top left at the sight of seeing it. I don't know what they had, but good game well played to them. Yeah, guys, I could not believe how fast everyone jumped onto the Toxicroak bandwagon. I did not anticipate it, but here we go. Nightmare leads Skeledirge. Holy smokes, we safe swap Toxicroak, and they meet it with the Toxapex. We saw this story play out in the previous battle, guys. You need a minimum of 2 counters energy lead to win this in the 2s. 2 counters gets you the win in the 2s here, and that is precisely what we have and what we will play to. So they can live the first one, but they are going to have to start throwing up shields, especially seeing that we mean business and we are shielding as well. So we are going to go for another Mud Bomb here. They should probably start shielding, and they do. That would have KO'd. And we shield this, and we make it to back-to-back. And we flip switch on the Toxapex because we got that 2 counters minimum energy lead on it. And you are almost assured to get that with Toxicroak on the safe swap, which is why it is easily could be the best safe swap in the meta. And they're putting up a fight. They may not know the matchup, may not have known what we had for energy, but yeah, we're saying bye-bye nonetheless. And they come back in with the Skeledirge. In rank 2, Toxicroak makes it to yet another Mud Bomb on its way out. I'm telling you guys, this thing is a wrecking ball on the safe swap. Look at all that damage. And now we just align our Carbink, our scuffed Carbink, onto this this crocodile here. So yeah. Oh, and they've got a Zweilous in the back. This is over. This is over. Even scuffed Carbink can handle this. Dark Dragon, no problem. They can throw whatever they want. It's all resisted. And we're just going to put this poor thing out of its misery with a massive overkill Moonblast. We say bye-bye to the Zweilous, and we rock throw down the crocodile here. Carbink sweeping the endgame. A very bulky Pokemon, obviously, that does not need shields to perform at its best. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, this is a very powerful team, guys. When you run Confusion, you want to have adequate dark coverage in the back, and we definitely have that. And here we go, Charjabug. This little thing was a thorn in my side at the beginning of my Go Battle League morning here. But we can do okay. We've got another very good answer in the back coming in the form of our Carbink, of course, but we're going to go for the Bug Buzz. Ironhead would be resisted with the electric typing, and we do get a very clutch defense drop there. So you can generally let it go if you get it this low, but I was thinking, you know, maybe we should just shield control the alignment, as like I said, the RPS phenomenon was off the charts this morning. And we're going to let this go and bring in our Toxicroak. They throw immediately. So we're going to bring in Toxicroak here, and they've got a Toxapex in the back, so we're going to just put our Carbink here. It's the best matchup that we have remaining, especially down a shield. So we know that we won't win this. We're going to just play out the zeros and just try and get it as low as possible. I'm going to go for a Rock Slide here on this Toxapex and just look to play out the zeros. This is a very tedious matchup, if you can imagine, two absolute tanks going at it, both doing neutral fast move pressure to each other. Only they can hit us with super effective, of course, with the brines, but they don't hit very hard, and we're going to get to another Rock Slide here. And I really hope that they let this go. Very likely that they do, as they would like to preserve a shield, I would imagine, for that Greninja. Shields are even now. They do get a farm down. And we're going to bring in Toxicroak, and our only play here is to counter this thing all the way down. We're going to let this brine go. We have to save a shield for that Greninja remaining. And we're going to go for this counter down. We should just about get it. Not quite. They're going to force the final shield. And at this point, I'm thinking back-to-back should get the job done. If not, one Mud Bomb plus a counter will absolutely get the job done. So we're going to throw one Mud Bomb here. They shield. And we're going to go for the next one. And one counter should take it out. But guys, I didn't realize they had thrown one Water Shuriken before they swapped out. So I was thinking I had it in the bag. But I miscounted and completely forgot that they had thrown a Water Shuriken before they swapped out. So we definitely threw that one. That was completely winnable, but good game, well played to them. Man, that last one was really annoying. We definitely zigged when we should have zagged in that one. But here we go. Let's make up for it here. Another Charjabug lead. So these things are all over the place. Very good in the meta. You just have to keep it far and away from Nidoqueen and Carbink, which is also everywhere. So we do survive that discharge, no problem. And we're going to go for the Bug Buzz here. Very clutch defense drop would be quite nice in this matchup. Let's see if we're lucky enough to get it. No, it doesn't matter. They shield. So I'm actually just going to let this go. Soft lose lead here. We're going to take the shield advantage for Toxicroak because Toxicroak up a shield absolutely puts in work. And we're just going to bring Charjabug in, or excuse me, Carbink in onto this Charjabug, I should say. And they can throw whatever they want. It does not matter. Carbink takes damage for days, and they've got their own Carbink, speaking of, in the back, and we had just the answer to it, guys. Toxicroak, one of the best answers to Carbink in the entire meta. And gonna go for a Mud Bomb here. They can definitely survive this, but they shield. We now have a 2-shield advantage. That is beautiful. We're gonna shield this, although likely a resisted Rock Slide. Could be a neutral Moonblast, which would do a lot to Toxicroak, as Toxicroak, not known for its bulk, but my goodness, does it have coverage and hits hard. Hits like a truck. And we will shield this one as well. And just look to load up on energy. We thoroughly outpace this thing. We actually cap out a little bit there. Slightly efficient on loading up on energy there, but that's okay. We get rid of the Carbink. And I didn't realize I had gotten this Charjabug this low. The Sludge Bomb is overkill. A Mud Bomb would have done the trick, but we get rid of it nonetheless. Oh, and they've got a Shadow Tyranitar. Holy smokes, that's a throwback, my friends. Shadow T-Tar used to put in work, but not in this meta. We're saying bye-bye to the Shadow T-Tar. And Toxicroak going on a rampage, absolutely sweeping the endgame. You love to see it. Good game, well played to them. So yeah, if you have access to all three of these Pokemon, I would definitely suggest giving it a try. It was amazing. For reasons like this, Wormadam was picking up the leads. They safe swap a Greninja, and we had a very good answer to Greninja in the back. Although it can get a bit dicey, as Greninja does thoroughly outpace, but you really don't need to throw a move. But we will here to see if they will take the one shield advantage and cut the losses here. Going to go for this. And they don't want to do that. They're going to put up a fight here, and we're going to shield this to control alignment because we don't want that Nidoqueen anywhere near our Carbink. No way. No way. Not going to happen. So they do come back in with the Nidoqueen, speaking of. It's not a Shadow, so they could definitely let this Mud Bomb go. Even the Shadow can, but it will obviously do less damage. And I'm sure they're going to send us to the moon with an Earth Power, but that's okay. We have the alignment. This should definitely be the Earth Power. Poison Fang will not do the trick. They do send us to the moon with an Earth Power. And, oh, they've got Umbreon. Oh, this is Team 5 from my top 5 best teams. That's brutal. Oh, man. Trainer, if you're watching, I'm sorry for that. Shouts to you, though, by the way, for rocking Team 5 from my top 5 best teams. And as you can see, this team puts in the work. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, the day started off a little rocky with a different team, but we made the switch to this one, and it was smooth sailing from there. And here we go. Another Carbink lead. Going to safe swap Toxicroak, and they meet us with a Golbat. Oh, man. Okay, that's not what we want to see. So pretty rough starting out here. Gonna go for the Mud Bomb there. Again, if you can get to the Sludge Bomb, that's gonna do more raw damage. Both moves are single resisted, but I knew that we could perhaps make it to 2 as it is a very obvious play to just fully farm down a Toxicroak. So that was the rationale there. And now we're up against it a little bit here. I'm thinking maybe we 2-shield our Wormadam, because I'm thinking maybe this is double poisoned in the back. So we're going to throw Carbink in here to absorb all this damage and farm this thing down. Because although we take neutral damage from an opposing Carbink, we've got access to Iron Head, which hits for double super effective. So we do farm down that Golbat. And I was right. I was very accurate on the team read. It is double poison in the back. So we're just going to go for the resisted Moonblast and really hope for an attack drop here, but we don't really need it. We have a 2-shield advantage for our Wormadam here, and they do meet us with the Carbink as we do aggressively pivot back into Wormadam. We just have to shield one of these rock throws. They will make it to at least one, or they will be able to make it to 2 before we can hit them with an Iron Head here. Not sure if they'll want to shield this or not. They do. That's okay. We can survive a neutral Rock Slide from a Carbink. So we just need to get off this Iron Head here. I wasn't sure. I knew it would do a boatload of damage. I just wasn't sure if it would KO. It doesn't quite KO, so we're going to have to tank the Rock Slide here, which is okay because we are double resisting their fast move pressure from the Nidoqueen. So we do Confusion that down. We're hanging on by a thread. They've got energy, going to expect a blind throw. So we throw our Carbink in here to absorb this damage. They go for a Poison Fang bait. That's okay. We're going to get a little bit of chip damage in with these resisted rock throws, and now we just need to make it to an Iron Head. Holy smokes. This is just a double resisted Poison Fang, but we have to shield it. We have to be healthy enough to make it to this Iron Head. We need one more Confusion, and we get there. Oh my gosh, what a battle. We had to make the team read accurately. We were saying bye-bye to the Nidoqueen, and that is how you play out of a very difficult matchup in the Halloween Cup, my friends. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, guys, you always have to be doing your best to make the most accurate team read that you can and go battle league. But here we go. Greninja, not the best lead for our Confusion user. We safe swap Toxicroak and they meet us with an Umbreon. Hello? So if Umbreon is their best answer to a Toxicroak, they might be in a bit of trouble. And they're shielding, holy smokes. Now, I know Psychic could be a thing for sure, so we're going to play it safe and shield this. They bait us with a foul play, so that almost assuredly means that they're running Community Day Psychic, so now they're going to force our Vital Shield here, thinking this has to... But they're not running it, so they played us a little bit, but we had no idea. And we should have just farmed this thing down, especially knowing that they have Last Resort. But we're saying bye-bye nonetheless. Very annoying Umbreon there. They do come back in with the Greninja, though. And we've got energy stored here. I'm going to go for the Mud Bomb, grabbing the final shield. And because we didn't farm down, we weren't able to apply as much pressure to this Greninja. They're going to Hydro Cannon us, which KOs. So now we're going to have to get a little bit crafty here. We're going to throw 4 rock throws and then look to catch the Hydro Cannon onto our Wormadam trash here. They're running ABA Dark, so I really don't know what else they could have in the back. We're going to catch this here and look to get to a move on this Greninja, but they're going to bank some energy. And oh, it's a triple Dark team. Holy smokes. Carbink is going to have a field day. That's why we've got Toxicroak and Carbink in the back, guys. We ran into a triple Dark team. Can you imagine if we didn't have adequate Dark coverage behind our Confusion user? We would be in some deep, deep trouble here. So now the win con is very clear. The path to victory very clear here. We farm this thing all the way down, and we leave with a move to hit that Greninja with. They're going to hit us with a resisted move, the Crunch, and they get a very lucky defense drop. Holy smokes. But I think we're still healthy enough that Greninja does have a Hydro Cannon stored. I think our scuffed Carbink survives this no problem despite the defense drop, and we've got the Rock Slide to hit this thing with. Holy smokes. Putting in the work in the Halloween Cup. We say bye-bye to the Greninja. My goodness. They had a triple Dark team. Good thing we exercised some solid team building in this with this team. Good game, all played to them. Yeah, I think the hallmark of a very solid team is the ability to work its way out of very difficult situations. Like this here, an Umbreon lead. We're going to swave swap into our Toxicroak, and they're staying in a little bit. I felt it in my bones. I think that this is a wacky Community Day Umbreon in a Halloween Cup meta with a lot of opposing Dark types, and it was. That's a good shield there, and they safe swap they counter swap with a Nidoqueen, so They're very core broken by a Toxicroak safe swap here. Gonna go for the Mud Bomb, and they let it go. That is beautiful. Nearly one-shotting. Hello. Toxicroak is an animal. We're gonna shield up the potential Earth Power. They are going for the Jugular. I had no reason to believe that they would not go for it there. And oh, they top left? What happened? Oh, I did not expect them to top left. It was likely poison, or yeah, dark double poison if I could make an accurate team read there. So I guess realizing they didn't have alignment, they just top left and cut the losses and move on. But that is the team. Good game, well played to them. So yeah, guys, I was seeing a lot more Toxicroak than I had anticipated. Day 2 of this Halloween Cup threw me off. I didn't expect people to hop on the bandwagon this fast. I did. It was heavily featured in my sleeper picks, so that makes sense. People did their homework early, recognized what I saw and what I featured in my sleeper picks. Toxicroak was included, so yeah. But they don't usually catch on this fast. I thought I would see less, but that's why we made the switch. Had a different team starting out, wasn't going well. Was seeing a lot of the Toxicroak, so we put our Confusion user on the lead, and we just wanted to round out and support our Confusion user with adequate Dark type answers. Toxicroak first and foremost as the safe swap, and then we've got Carbink in the back as an added layer of bulk as well as dark coverage. You put all that together, guys, that's a recipe for a lot of success in the Halloween Cup. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.